Hey young world, what's up peoples? Your boy is back. Now you know what I realized? I realized that in all this time of me prescribing these doses for y'all, that I never shared with y'all my background as far as my likes and my dislikes in gaming, you know what I'm saying? So, on the real for real, I don't know what the hell y'all getting into when it comes to your boy pretty much any given Sunday, you know what I'm saying? But that's alright. I'm gonna show y'all how I trained for this technique that I use to cure them sicknesses, alright? And slam them jagged pills down the throats, cause y'all need them. Hey yo, it's your boy MM2K, back with another one. Yo, before we continue, if you could do me a huge favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, then hit that bell for me please for notifications. It means a lot. It helps your boy make it possible to provide you with more doses. Hey, I appreciate all of y'all straight up. So you know I've been on hiatus. I hit y'all with a double dose yesterday. Hit y'all with a live video, you know what I'm saying? Hit y'all with a stream, you know what I'm saying, with my boy J Wag. So, you know, I appreciate all of y'all for, you know, following the material, you know, staying tuned and all the other stuff. But here's the deal. I see y'all loving your boy when I'm fanboying Microsoft, you know what I'm saying? When I got something positive to say. But then y'all dip in y'all support when I do my, you know what I'm saying, keep Microsoft in check videos. Y'all don't like that, okay? I don't read the statistics. I done seen when y'all drop it and all the other stuff, but it is what it is. Like I said in a video earlier yesterday, everybody got their litmus. Everybody want to protest people that don't completely agree with them. Some of y'all just shallow out here. I'm just going to keep it real. If I don't agree with everything that you agree with, then you want to turn the other way and disappear. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having fruitful discussions, elevating that mind piece, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Some people are shallow. But, you know, I got just appeal for that. I'm going to give it to you. Just stay tuned. But regardless of y'all doing that, let me break down where I really stand as it relates to gaming. Okay? And I'm going to do this in, like, you know, 3 parts. First part is I want to give y'all the real deal, my history of gaming in general. Like, you know, what is it that I like? When did I start all that shebang? Then I'm going to tell you why I prefer the Xbox currently for my current gaming. You know what I mean? And then lastly, what I want to do is talk about this generation altogether. What do I think about it? So let's start off and let's talk about my gaming background. Now, again, people want to say, yo, your boy's a fraud. He don't really be on Xbox Live and all that stuff. Whatever, I'm going to get into that. But here's the deal. I've been gaming since 1984, all right? Now, here's all the consoles that I've had. I've had the Commodore 64, the ColecoVision, the Atari 2600, the 5200, you know what I'm saying? Then I had the NES. The Super NES, but in between getting the NES and the Super NES, then we had the Tandy 1000, you know what I mean? And then I had the Sega Genesis, I had the Sega Master System too, you know what I'm saying? Even though Sega Master System was whack, but that's alright. I had the Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Sega CD. Then I did, you know, get the PlayStation 1, or the original PlayStation, you know what I'm saying? And then I took a little hiatus. I didn't get the Nintendo 64. In the TurboGrafx, I had that too. You know, worked out a little deal back in the day. I had that for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Then I got the original Xbox, the GameCube, PlayStation 2, 360, the Wii, PlayStation 3. And then we go to this generation where I just pretty much had the Xbox One, PlayStation 4. I did not have the Wii U. I do not have the Switch. Okay. So that's all the gaming consoles that I've had access to in my long, illustrious career of gaming, okay? And if you want to talk about that illustrious career, my favorite games of all times is Final Fantasy. No, damn, I can't see. I always do this. Phantasy Star 2, okay? It's a Sega Genesis game, RPG. I told you I'm a big RPG dude. My second favorite game of all time is Metroid, the original Metroid, all right? And then my third favorite game of all times is Final Fantasy 6, not 7, 6. All right. I look for games with wide depth that presents you with assets and gives you unique and innovative ways within its genre for you to use those assets to confront the challenges within you. You know what I'm saying? Or in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So let me give you an example. One of my favorite games in recent genre history is Rainbow Six Vegas. Now it's a shooter, it's a simple shooter, but it's more tactical. And they added some things, you know what I'm saying? Like the cover system and all that other stuff, you know, it was real nice how they did that. It was very challenging. So I like how they gave the assets to you you can look under the doors and stuff like that, see what's going on. How they did that was nice, even though it was a simple shooter, but they transformed it from a simple shooter to something very tactical, which again is challenging, and the challenge in the game just keeps increasing as you go. I also expect challenges to be present. Do they need to be over the top like Dark Souls? No, they don't need to be like that. But I want my gamer IQ challenged more and more as I progress through the game. Back in my day, back in 84 and on, you know what I'm saying, up until 90s before PlayStation came along, we didn't have people writing award-winning scores or voice scripts for games back then, okay? Games were built on their challenge and the endless ways they were presented to you, which you worked on your best way to master. So that's my background as far as playing video games. Now let's talk why I prefer Xbox based upon that. Well, prior to Xbox hitting the scene, I did take a little hiatus from gaming, okay? And particularly around the N64 day. And even though I had a PlayStation 1, I kind of really didn't get into it a little bit. And, you know what I'm saying? All like that, like everybody else. I started to see gaming like focus more on cinematics and stuff like that. That really wasn't my shebang. And then it was mainly because of my career. At the time I was spending 14 hours at work. You know what I'm saying? I was working on this program for work, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I spent a lot of time at work, didn't have much time for gaming. Nevertheless, the sixth generation piqued my interest. And what was so special about the sixth generation? Well, that was the generation I had the GameCube, you know what I'm saying? And first it was the GameCube that piqued my interest, which I adored it. However, it fell victim to its limited power and controls. That's what killed the GameCube. It had some great games on it, you know what I'm saying? And it had third-party support, but, you know, it was mainly them controls. It didn't add a little press button analog sticks and stuff, you know, to do all this control and stuff, and people start to overlook it because the multi-plat games really was starting to pique people's eyes. And it was really during that generation that multi-plats really started to touch every console that was out, you know what I mean? It wasn't just Madden and NBA Live that was everywhere. It was, you know, a little bit of everything. Now, when the GameCube went away, you know what I'm saying? Then came the Xbox. And it had games that required a more strategic set, stuff that I was used to, particularly in my Tandy 1000 days. Those are some of my fondest gaming moments. Even though they're not in my top 3, they're definitely in my top 10. Those are some of my more fonder gaming moments. Dealing with the Tandy 1000, it was like a PC system. Sierra games, look them up, all right? And I felt closer to home when the original Xbox dropped. Or I felt more familiar with what I was used to back when I entered gaming. There was a focus on gameplay, okay? Now, you fast forward to the 360. The 360 ushered in that feeling even more with this stellar launch lineup like Quake 4, Prey, the original Prey, Call of Duty 2, Perfect Dark Zero, you know what I'm saying? They, like I said, they only extended that feeling that I had, you know what I'm saying? And then it even went even further when they ushered in titles like BioShock and Mass Effect. Though timed exclusives, without Microsoft's influence, we would have never seen these games. As Ken Levine told you himself. Can you imagine that? No BioShock, no Mass Effect, that's crazy. Now, I get it. Again, Sony's claim to fame was glitz and glamour and just pure volume. You know what I'm saying? They were just throwing everything at you. So you just had an endless amount of games and crates to dig through. But see, let me explain something to you, all right? I'm not a Ponderosa type motherfucker, all right? I'm a Ruth Chris Steakhouse type nigga. I'd rather wait for a well-cooked steak any day than you every 5 minutes bringing me some half-cooked buffet shit that smells like cabbage, just with different names, okay? So with all that said, what do I think of the current state of gaming? I mean, let's be real. Microsoft has lost its way, focusing on the unique stuff like the Praise and the Call of Duty 2s and all that stuff, like I said, and they're going strictly service-based games, which you could consider unique, but it's not appealing, eye-opening as it was back in the day. Sony is doing more of the same, but just regurgitating the same model more than ever before. Pretty much all of their first-party action titles look more like reskinned versions of The Last of Us. Period. I say this generation is a bust in a lot of ways. You want to keep it real. From a cat like me. Old school cat like me is a bust. In a lot of ways. Nothing presented this generation was groundbreaking. Just a lot thrown out here to fanboy flames. Where were the BioShocks to the Mass Effects or hell? Even though I'm the one that says that first party exclusives ain't as big as they used to be. Hell, where are the Gears or the Uncharted's this gen? You know what I'm saying? They weren't present. Too much focus on polygons and compute units opposed to gameplay and unique experiences. Hence why game sales have gone up this gen, but not to players. Players are still hungry. They're still shopping for something to handle their appetite. I'm one of them. I've spent more this generation than I ever have. And my appetite still isn't full. That's why I'm not, you a fraud. I just, you know what I'm saying? I just don't feel it like I did last gen or even the gen before. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just, you feel like you're forcing yourself because you're not inspired all like that. So with that said, we're 4 years into this generation with nothing groundbreaking. It saddens me as a long-time gamer to see where my favorite industry is headed. Now, do I defend Xbox when needed? Yes. The mantra that the system is trash is baloney and it needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? Look, just the game got what? As far as heavily anticipated / exclusive AAA titles, they're down 18 games. So what I think the difference is like 57 to 39 exclusives. Come on. And if you look at the Metacritic, I think the Metacritic for PlayStation exclusives is like 81 point something to Microsoft 76 point something. Come on. That's less than 5 points. But still, with that being said, people want to float that mantra out to just stop it. Nevertheless, without anything that is ground up innovation from anyone, it's hard to see a bright future ahead. Just dealing with the status quo. People just gonna keep digging and spending more money. But you believe you me, and this is where it really focuses on what is my purpose here. I will not idly sit by with my head down, like, oh man, this ain't right, Bird. Sorry, Bird. No, that's not your point. I will continue to shake my old Nights gaming since 1984 ass fist at the industry and make noise until it performs up to par. Now you may ask yourself, hey, MM2K, how do you plan to do that? I'm gonna tell you, by keep prescribing these doses, you're gonna get these jagged ass pills down your throat. And that's it from your boy MM2K. Hey, let me know what you think in the comments below. You know what I'm saying? You want more? You know where to catch me. I'm on the corner of every boulevard. You know what I'm saying? Check out my links below to follow me. Yo, I got a show with your boys, TRS, Killer Hill. I do a weekly, it's called Scram Punks. Check out the BNTSnetwork.com for more details. And we are on iTunes. And last but not least, support the Broadband Bullies. Check out the Patreon link. Check out the Discord link. And as always, we out here fighting, man. Straight up. Clinic is here, baby. But as always, you have a wonderful gaming day.